Hey, what's going on, y'all? So, in this video, I want to talk about Marathon and how I'm hyped for Marathon. And also, I want to talk about Marathon from the perspective of somebody who's been playing Destiny 2 for the past 9 years, and also from the perspective of a Bungie fan who grew up on Halo. So, let's get into it. All right. So, if you've been living under a rock and don't know what Marathon is, it's Bungie's take on an extraction shooter, and it's a reboot from one of their games from back in the 90s. And this game has been in development since like 2018 or 2019 or whatever. And we all know that Bungie, the creators of Halo, Destiny, and a bunch of other games, but mostly known for Halo and known for Destiny, and now they're coming out with an extraction shooter. And when it was first released, when the last year they did like a reveal event for Marathon, and I was hyped for it. However, the whole plagiarism and what they just copy and pasted anti-reels like art and everything, that whole situation kind of left me feeling like, oh shoot, Bungie is in trouble. As if Bungie doesn't have enough at that time, didn't have enough stuff that they was already dealing with. But but I was like, man, like, and then last year that game was supposed to come out in September of 2025, and we all know if it would have, if they hadn't have delayed it, which was one of the best decisions that they've made, and I'm gonna get into that in a minute. Like, had they not like went back to the drawing board and hadn't if they didn't they weren't given the green light to delay the game, oh, it would have been we would have been talking about Concord. We would have been talking about, well, currently High Guard is going through their decline, you know, which was expected. You know what I'm saying? So, um, but yeah, when it comes to Marathon, like, one of the best decisions that they made was delaying the game, because now it was that first Didoc, that first Vidoc, that first Vidoc that came out, and I was like, okay, like, y'all y'all needed more time to cook, which, as you can see with everything that they've been showcasing, from the burnt peanut, having, you know what I'm saying, from burnt peanut gameplay, and the the trailers of just the rooks playing, and just how they've kind of like renamed even all the runners, how they just kind of just showing us what they've been up to, which is a good thing, which I feel like now the hype is generating. And from somebody who's wanting to get into, who's been wanting to get into extraction shooters and look at Arc Raiders, which is another game that I've been watching ever since it came out. But um I grew up on arena shooters. Like I said, I grew up on Halo, and even further back I grew up on GoldenEye 007. That's my like foundation of just first person shooters. So I do come from that arena shooter or whatever, arena shooter style games. But but I will say that Arc Raiders, because I have to mention Arc Raiders because it's an extraction shooter, and it has it has taken off. Arc Raiders is like the one of the biggest games ever in this space, but just period. Like, Arc Raiders set like set a whole trajectory for the extraction shooters, and just game spirit, in my opinion. I do want to. I have not yet, but I would like to get into Arc Raiders as well. Um, so yeah, but when it comes to Marathon, from what they've been showing, what they've been showcasing, what they've been like talking about, like what like just the whole is miles better to me. At first, I was thinking, "Oh, this game is dead on arrival." It's not. It's Bungie's in trouble, and I'm actually now I'm back on the I'm back excited for it because they needed they needed to go back to the drawing board, regroup, and revamp from the way that the game looks, from the aesthetics to the art to like everything. It seems more gritty and more dark and more like you gotta stay on your toes. You gotta, you know what I'm saying, watch your P's and Q's. And one of the reasons why I'm excited for it because it's a Bungie game. Like I said, I grew up on Halo. I still play Destiny. I still love Destiny, and I'm gonna get into Destiny in a little bit. But I'm excited for the I'm excited for Bungie's take on an extraction shooter, just overall. I know there's gonna be people that are just gonna hate, and people I know that there's gonna be, you got the hate train group, you got the people that's gonna say what they're gonna say, and that's fine. But I'm coming from the perspective of someone who has learned to just, if you like something, just enjoy it, and just, you know what I'm saying, if you're into something, if you see something that you like, good, go for it. It doesn't matter what people say or think or feel. You know what I'm saying? If something is appealing to you, why not? You know what I mean? So, and even with all the decisions that Bungie has made over the years, you know what I'm saying, especially when it comes to Destiny, you know, it is what it is. Now, I do want to get into, you know, um, where I am with Destiny 2, even in its current state. Like I said, I've been playing Destiny 2 since the summer of 2018. So I started like in Forsaken. So Forsaken is where I'm like, I came in at like when it was like basically when Destiny 2 was at its peak. And then I just kept going. I just kept going with it. And now, I'm still enjoying Renegades. I'm still enjoying like, and then I'm also a Star Wars fan. So if you fast forward now to like Renegades, like I'm all in. I was all in with the when they revealed Renegades, when they started talking about Renegades, and like I like how they integrated both Star Wars and Destiny, because from my point of view, like it's science fiction, it's sci-fi. I grew up on science fiction. I grew up on Star Wars, Star Trek. You know what I'm saying? Full blown nerd over here. So it is what it is. And Edge of Fate wasn't the best expansion. Um, I could do without Matter. I could do without the lightning ball. But I've learned to enjoy, even with the expansions that aren't great, that aren't the best. I've learned to enjoy the good and the bad. You know what I'm saying? And I've learned to just kind of play the game how I would like to, but also just I still believe I still believe in destiny. I still believe that although I feel the weight of the Destiny community I feel the weight of the lack of communication. I feel the weight of the fact that when Shadow and Order coming, when Shadow and Order. I feel the weight of that with you, you know? And I'm not here to, you know what I'm saying? There are things that I don't like. You know what I'm saying? And maybe I'll make a separate video on what I don't like or what I wish there could be. And if y'all would like for me to make a video, you know what I'm saying? Hit me up in the comments. I don't know. Let's just see where it goes. But I feel the weight of the lack of right now, and still learning to enjoy Destiny for what it is. And just to piggyback a little bit with Marathon, because it's more PvP, and there is no game there's nothing like Destiny to me. There's nothing like it, because what game has PvE and PvP, and like the loop is, well, for me, my loop is I grind PvE to play PvP. So you look for, you know what I'm saying, you grind all the best loot. You grind out, you do the seasonal activities, and you do the strikes, you do the lost sectors, well, you do the portal stuff. You do the things in the portal, or you do the, or whatever. And you know what I'm saying? And then you grind PvP, you know what I'm saying? And man, and I know that, and even the PvP community is feeling betrayed. I know some people in the Crucible community feels away, and dare I say, even people in the Gambit community, you know what I'm saying? And like, I know that, like, man, I used to grind Gambit. Gambit is what made me fall in love with Destiny 2. Like, I'm still proud of my Dredger seal. I'm still proud of my Dredger title. You know what I'm saying? Me and my brothers and my wife, we spent hours playing Gambit together. We was, man, and then chasing the meatball to grind for malfeasance. Like, those were some of the best memories ever. Grinding for Luna's Howl and Not Forgotten and Recluse and Mountaintop. Like, yeah, those were great memories. You know what I'm saying? And no, we'll probably never get that back. But there are, like, I've learned, I think what's good to me in Destiny may be trash to you. You know what I'm saying? That we could go down the list of, like, you know, tiered weapons versus crafted versus RNG. You know what I'm saying? We could go down the armor sets, and we can go down the whole list and gamuts, but there's things like you may find the current armor system is crazy. I like, you know what I'm saying? I like the current armor system, the armor sets and stuff too. You know what I'm saying? Some people may think it's trash, some people think it's a problem, but I feel like what you enjoy about Destiny, you know what I'm saying, is up to you. You know what I'm saying? This is just me sharing my perspective. I've always learned to kind of, like, not want to say roll with the punches. I've kind of learned to just, like, roll with the punches. You know what I'm saying? Because I still, at the end of the day, I still enjoy Destiny. And then even in the moments where it's slow, I do play other games. You know what I'm saying? Because I've gotten back into Marvel Rivals. I've gotten back into I've gotten back into Marvel Rivals. I'm excited about the revamp of Overwatch. Like, oh my God. There are, when Destiny is in its slow periods, or when after you grind all the things and grind all the stuff, go play something else. Um, and but I really think that for those of us who still enjoy Destiny. And even if you, like me, you learn to enjoy Destiny how you decide to enjoy Destiny, keep that going. Learn how to maintain that. You know what I'm saying? Because there's still this thing about it, and it's not. And I know that Destiny has had a myriad of issues. Like, I am not happy with everything in Destiny. You know what I'm saying? And I still play it. You know what I'm saying? There are moments where I'm like, man, what's really going on? Like, why? Like, you know what I'm saying? But I am I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful I'm hopeful for marathons. That I'm hopeful that Marathon will be a success, and with the success of Marathon, resources we be brought back into Destiny to really, you know what I'm saying? And Destiny, um, I'm I'm praying and I'm hopeful that Bungie isn't like throwing in the towel with Destiny, because I know that Destiny has been around for 12 years, but I think there's still life for Destiny. I think, you know, I feel like, yeah, Destiny 3 may be the thing. And then, rumors saying that, oh yeah, it's in early development. Like, you know, whenever they give us this roadmap, because I'm waiting for it too, y'all. Like, I'm hopeful. And I'm also patient, because we can sit here and, throw all the conspiracy theories out there. We can throw all the rant videos out there. We can do all the things. We can theory craft. We can complain. We can, you know, spread our copium about Destiny. And, I understand that there are people who are franchise fatigued and who, sick of the game. They did their proper send-offs with Final Shape, and that's valid, But I feel like there's still more life to Destiny, you know? And maybe Destiny 3 might be it, you know? So, but at the end of the day, like, only thing we honestly can do is wait. We don't work for Bungie. We're not the developers. We don't know what they're doing. We don't know. We really don't. Only thing we can do is really just wait and see what they're gonna do. And like, I get that it feels like, man, like I understand that it feels like Bungie is putting Destiny on the back burner for Marathon. And wow, yes, it may be perceived that way. You know what I'm saying? One thing I will say, I hope they kind of learn their lessons from the transition from Halo to Destiny. But I also know that Bungie has not always made the best decisions, and there's a plethora of videos on those decisions. But I just do want to. Just wanted to be transparent. I just wanted to share my perspective. And I'm excited for Marathon. I'm patient and hopeful for Destiny to keep going and continue. And hopefully, with the success of Marathon, Marathon knocks it out the park, and we can, so Bungie can pour back into Destiny. So all we can do is wait and see, y'all. So, all right. Click, well, hit the like button, subscribe, share, comment, leave a comment. Yeah. And until then, grace and peace.